Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I hope you are well. I just thought I continue to come and to discuss the different aspects of the spiritual ascension path. Although I'm not on the highest frequency, the mood of today is really, I'm really getting really impatient. I almost blew up everything that I've worked for just to create a change because I'm really getting impatient. So I wanted to talk about a few ideas that it's about overcoming the self, overcoming the ego, overcoming the programmation of the old matrix, the judgment, the labeling. For it's like the devil comes from diabolo in Greek, that means which divide. So we want to come to unified, and that is the Christ consciousness. We want to achieve the Christ consciousness, which means unconditional love and unconditional forgiveness. And that is something we need to keep working on. For the Christ consciousness is way above physicality. It is the keys to the kingdom. Understanding that Joshua or Jesus was only a messenger, a perfect messenger. He's the master. We recognize him as the master creator son of our universe. But is only a messenger of the Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness existed before and will exist after the Christ. So it is the collective Christ, the collective Messiah that needs to be awakening within the human beings at this point, and merge our consciousness with that Christ consciousness. There are so many advanced civilizations. Anyone that is fifth dimensional or above civilization have achieved Christ consciousness, which is a liberation. And like the Christ says, I have done great things, but you will do even greater things. So the energy of the Christ is the energy of the teacher. It is the energy of the healer. It is the unification with the universal Father within. Me and my Father are one. For it's like really, they said that we're really passing through the final test. I'm really being impatient. It's like, because they've been promising peace and abundance and liberation and disclosure for so many decades. For me, it's like I've been working on it for many decades, but since 2000 it's been announced that 2012 everything will be changed, and so we were preparing for that, we were ready for that, but humanity was not. So we're still here in this complete madhouse, this circus. But in many ways, so we'll see. We have no choice but to go with the flow. Sometimes I'm wondering if that's what we do. It's not for in 2 or 3 generations they will see that liberation because we're doing this work now. I don't know. So it's like, but regardless, we're going to continue to do what we have to do. I was questioning the fact, is consumerism a culture? Is it enough to be considered a culture? We live in a culture of consumerism, or does it need literature, art, philosophy, science? Does it need that to be called a real culture? Eventually, we're going to move into a more spiritualized culture, a culture of love and unity and brotherhood. But personally, I realize I'm eager to start traveling again, but it's more about the people I meet than the places themselves. Of course, beautiful decor is always nice, but it's mostly about people. It's what I miss the most. I'm living in the country right now. I'm staying in the country. I'm really eager to be able to stay in the city so I can meet people, talk to people. So I really miss that. A lot of people want to return to nature and move out of the city. For me, it's completely the opposite. But I also wanted to talk about we are awakening to the truth, and the truth shall set us free. But it will make us very much suffer before it can set us free. For the truth can be brutal, the truth can be unkind, and the universe will show us exactly what things are. It will remove all our comfort zone. But yet Marcus Aurelius was saying that the greatest addiction is comfort. So it will force us to confront our deepest fear, to overcome all our limitations. The mirror of life, it does not sugarcoat the reality of what is, and eventually we have to accept it and love it as it is, to know that everything is in a constant transformation. So it is. So it's just we need to complete this 3D program of this limited linear path to move into a super quantum field of the fifth dimension. But otherwise, our soul will want to return to another planet. If this planet ascends, and our soul believes that we still have things to learn in 3D, we'll reincarnate in another 3D planets to complete that process. But those who are, if we have done the greatest part of the work and we want to do this ascension without reincarnating, we'll be able to complete it after this incarnation is over, right now there is a great deal of purification of all negative karma and timelines, and so that will assist in a lot. And we have to learn to hold the frequency of light, to allow, imagine there is a beam of light that descends on you from your higher self, from your spirit, and then you just want to integrate it and use that to share into the world. It reflects it, it will match the light of your inner flame, your inner light, and then we learn to use it, and to this beam of light comes directly from source, and so we can direct this light wherever we feel is needed. And a lot of work has been done from that plane. I know for me personally on the inner planes, I know that it's like my spiritual realization is basically the only thing I can feel 100% success in my life. Everything else is in complete disarray. But if that's just what it is, it's fine as well. But so it's important you can know that you can use all the spiritual light and your connection to source when you're confronted with negative memory, regrets, or doubts, and even when we'll be free from past karma, because when the Akash will open, we'll have to face the reality of having lived hundreds of incarnations and having done a lot of things that we were very unconscious about. So that is why we are experiencing difficulty, because we're working, our soul is working out on balancing out all this energy. And yet there will always be cause and effect here. There will always be magnetic attractions. And the truth that descends is more than just an experience. It is a step towards our enlightenment. It is the truth. It's more what comes from the spirit. The higher light is not an experience. It is a truth. And so, of course, we're aware of the message of the deep state or the dark cabal, the disinformation, the lies, the half-truths, the manipulation, the disempowerment, everything that works through fear to divide and create conflict. But this is not as powerful as the love and light of our soul, and our own light is the light of God, so the light of our soul. And this light has been working. There is so much that is going on beyond our conscious mind that our soul and spirit is doing. Once we just need to cooperate as much as possible. And if the work hadn't been done, humanity will no longer be here. They would have destroyed this planet long time ago. So it is because of the work of many light workers that have done a lot of work, and they're announcing great breakthroughs on the physical plane. So we'll see what happens. I thought it would to support them with all this in Washington D.C. and many other places. So it's like they always continue to cultivate the love within, and to move towards this love within and the love towards everybody else, and to have a consciousness that is above the limited perception and judgment of what's needed. So it's like everybody is the same. Everybody is the same, exactly the same, just at different level. And so and do not worry about the dark ones. You can send them love and light, because they will be facing, like everybody else, they will be facing all their actions and the consequences of that. And God will be wise enough to share that so that the soul grows. It's not a punishment. It's just sometimes the reward is punishment, can be a reward as well, because everything that we produce, everything that we create, eventually crystallize into a reflection, a manifestation that teaches us exactly what we need to learn in order to grow, learn, and evolve. I've been asked to grow and evolve, and that's what I've been doing. The observer of the day is the tree, to grow like the tree, to be well anchored within the earth, regardless. Sometimes I feel like I wanna go home. It's like the highest wisdom is biblical. It's gonna be biblical, but not in a negative sense. It's gonna be biblical in a sense that it's gonna be the return of consciousness of the divine. God eventually will descend, and is preparing for that. What we need to understand is to regain our power, the grand priest or priestess. Very important. What we need to do is the same as in French, the Greco-Roman. The Greco-Roman were the Greek gods were extraterrestrials that for a reason of complex reasons, they integrated a human form and became so passionate, but they were within their power. They were having fun. They were expressing their passions. And now they have ascended as well, and they're serving the one. They're not trying to be worshipped in this battle of consciousness. And the outcome is the farm. We're going to be able to be self-sufficient, to be independent. It's going to be it's going to feel really nice. And so I thank you so very much to continue to cultivate your sense of connection to your source, your creator, your galactic family. Call on your guides. I also wanted to thank you for supporting the channels, for your like, for your sharing, for your subscription, and for your comments. I thank you so very much for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to pull a few more cards. For everything is a mirror, and the oracles are not really needed. I don't know, I might stop doing that, but it's like we're eager to understand. So it's like they're like little pockets of consciousness. The observer of the day is one step ahead. It's like we need one another to make it work. So it's like be sensitive, be aware of whatever life is communicating to you, and prepare yourself for whatever is to come that life is showing you. The highest wisdom is solid foundation. We're building a very solid foundation. We can't build a house of stick or a house of straw. We need a solid foundation. And right now, this is our value, our love, our power, the power within, the power, the desire to be submissive to the higher self is a very solid foundation to create a fifth dimensional house, a fifth dimensional reality. Although sometimes I feel like humanity is so far behind. It's like it really takes like 200 years before they're ready to move there. Long before we'll probably be gone by then. We'll see. And there is all kinds of announce that keeps coming, but announces are announces. It's like can announce anything. It's like I want to support all the positive announce because we can, if we're enough to make it, to decide it has to be this way. It is that way. Then, but then there is the power of the collective as well, and so we'll see. We will take it one step at a time. What we need to understand is the world of the facade, the world of illusion. What's going on outside is an illusion. It's all that shine. It is the world of ego. It is. We do have to remain connected inside, to not to be. Because everything, if things move outside, there is great chaos that is created by the transformation. It's needed if that's happened. Then we're going to need to be really centered within. What we need to do is the orphan, is to accept to be alone for a while, to accept the transformation. Sometimes you need to let go of certain things, certain people, just to be able to deploy your wings. And the outcome is the wind of change. The wind of change blows straight into the face of time, like a storm wind that will ring the freedom bell for peace of mind. So we don't know which way the wind will blow, but we have to, if the wind blows in the right direction, we surf it, we pull out the sail. If the wind is like making us, then we want to slow it down, we want to move back to center. So I'm going to pull one more card on top of the orphan, is that accepting that all will come in the right time. It's happy. It's like everything is perfect. Everything will come. Everything is being prepared by higher self and God and the creator and all the councils, and everything is synchronized. It's not always easy to see the perfection of all things when we live in such a chaotic world, in such a chaotic times, but we have to accept that, and the more we accept that, the more we'll be able to receive a vision that is harmonious and clear. I wasn't going to sing a song. I wasn't really in a good mood today. I was like, I had a difficult night. I wasn't sure what to do about all those things in my life. I'm really a bit puzzled. Sometimes I feel like, as I say, I like celebration, champagne, and freedom and things, but it's like, yeah, for sure, thank you. Maybe living it in the astral plane is enough. I can just, maybe sacrificing our incarnation will be necessary to serve humanity. I don't know, like the Christ sacrifice in some ways, allow himself to be crucified. I don't know what's going to be happening, but there is those announcements of potential freedom, abundance, joy. And so we'll see. So I'm going to still sing this little song. It's about my mood right now today, and it's an old folk song, American folk song. It goes like this. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms, but as I woke, dear, I was mistaken, so I bowed my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. It's kind of a long song, but that's right. So I'm going to pull a few cards with the angel to see to add a little bit in terms of what is the wisdom, what do we need to understand, what do we need to do, and what will be the outcome. Although oracles are going to be less and less necessary. The observer of the day is enthusiasm, something I miss a little bit today, but I can shift. Things may shift from one day to the next. Everything can change. To understand that the highest wisdom is a learning process. We're learning, we're growing, regardless of what we think. Sometimes it's like growing pain. It's like there is no growth if we're not giving up something to make some space for something else. What is we need to understand is the card of the one, the energy, and to understand we are energy, we are the energy, we are all that is. So it's like I am that I am. So it's understanding you are the one. It tells you we have all the means by which to create, to imagine, to project, to create, to envision the magic of that which we want. It doesn't tell us if it's right or wrong, but it tells you we have the power. It's a kind of a magician. What we need to do is the determination to be like a diamond, to be solid, to be shining, to be brilliant, to be determined, not to let any of the chaos along the way for it's like William Shakespeare used to say, the true success is about moving from failure to failure to failure to failure, without losing our optimism and enthusiasm. That's how we reach success. That was a vision, and the outcome will be action. So we're going to be moved into action. Hopefully, we'll be called into action. I don't know. I feel I'm really impatient today. I'm like really, which is not that good. Spirit says I'm very patient, but I'm pretty. I don't know. I don't feel I am. So, but we'll see what happens. Well, thank you so very much for your time, for your presence, for all your gift and the gift of your being also, and we're very grateful for all the exchange that we may have, and I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.